I'm Skylar, outside sales engineer with AAP Automation, and this is video 2 of a 2-part series showing the integration between an Allen Bradley Compact Logix PLC and an ABB ACS380. If you haven't seen the first video, we go through setting up the parameters for a FINA 21 module within the drive. In this video, we'll focus more on the Allen Bradley side and show you what we need to do to get this PLC communicating with the VFD.
The first step in integrating the Allen Bradley PLC with the ABB VFD is downloading ABB's add-on instructions. So I'm going to go to Google, search for that, and click on this first link, Drive Options Information. That link will bring you to this screen. And as you may recall from video 1, we're using an ACS380 VFD, and we're using a FINA 21 adapter card that can communicate over Ethernet IP. So we'll click that link. This library has lots of information on using FINA 21 cards with ACS380s. We're looking specifically for add-on instructions for integrating with an Allen Bradley PLC, so I'll search that. You can see a couple options come up here. The first is a zip file. That's actually what we want to download. And then you can see link 2 here is a PDF. That's a how-to. If you want a little bit more instruction on how to do this, I will download this first zip link. Once the download finishes, open the zip file and click on ABB Add-on Instructions Install. And rather than extract all, click Run. And once the executable has been allowed to run, it'll give you this file location. Take note of this. You'll need to reference that later. This is where it's going to put all the user-defined data types and add-on instructions. So once the user-defined data types and add-on instructions have been installed, we can open Studio 5000. I've got a new project here set up for a Compact Logix PLC. Step 1 is setting up a generic Ethernet device for the ABB drive. Make sure you select generic Ethernet module. We'll call this ABB drive. Communication format will be data int. IP address will be the IP address we gave to the VFD in module 1, 10.19.55.10. Assembly instance, this refers specifically to the profile we're using, which is ODVA. In this instance, we'll do input assembly instance 71 with 2 words, output 21 with 2 words, and configuration 1. Now, if you're doing a profile other than ODVA, you'll need to use the assembly instance specific to that protocol. The next step is importing user-defined data types. So if you go to your navigation tree on the left, right-click on user-defined under data types, and then navigate to that folder where the executable stored your files. That's C drive ABB add-on instructions RS Logix 5000. Scroll down to ACS380, and then we're using IO assembly instance 7121. So you're going to do this for both the inputs and outputs. Double-click to import and click OK. So after you've imported both the input and output assembly instances, you'll also need to input the add-on instructions. Same process, import add-on instructions, and then you'll click ABB AOI 7121. And you can see here that the ABB profile has been added into the AOI section of the configuration tree. And now we're ready to drop in a control function block. So we'll go to the main routine add-on, drop that in. This first one will be a unique name. We'll call this ABB Drive 1. Right click, create a new tag name for that, make sure everything looks okay. These next 2 will be drop downs. This first one is input data. Second is output data. And then these last 2, 71 and 21, will be custom name. So we'll call this drive input data. Call this drive output data. And then we want to create a new instance for each of those as well. And now we're all set up. So the last thing I want to do is verify I'm communicating between the PLC and the VFD.
So after I've hooked up my PLC, I'll go in here, open this up, go to UDT21 for the output. I've got my speed reference set to 1000 RPMs, and I'll enable the forward bit. Hit enter, click apply, and as you can see, the motor is now turning, so we're communicating between the PLC and VFD, and that's all it takes.